is a really prominent building for Romford, right next to the town hall, and people love it. It's a building that people always talk about, always give directions via, and was a building that actually is really loved by customers and staff. The building hasn't had any work done on it since the 1960s when it was built, and it was becoming very tired and in need of lots and lots of work, including health and safety, and the building was no longer DDA compliant. The decision was taken to refurbish the building about 2 years ago, and since that time the staff, architects, builders have been working as hard as they can to get the building open as it is today. As you come into the library, it's light and bright and airy. There's new shelving, new books, and some of the shelvings are depicting areas of Romford through the ages, which are very interesting. Upstairs there's a dedicated IT suite. One of the things that we got complaints about in the old library was that the IT computers were in the middle of the books and it made it difficult for people to study. So we've taken that on board and made a complete separate room for IT, which is working very well. One of the most well-used services in the old Romford Library was the local and family history section. In recognition of that, we've taken that part of the work and made a dedicated new local studies and family history centre in the building. The space is dedicated entirely to research. It's staffed most days. You can make an appointment to come and see the staff there, and it's basically got all of the historical stuff from the London Borough of Havering, which is very interesting and well worth a visit. As part of that work, the rate books that are currently used for research have been rebound and are available for people to look at on appointment. We've also got a fantastic new meeting room space which takes up to 60 people and can be hired out by local groups, community, office staff, family events, or for any particular reason you'd want a room of that size.
Yeah, we had a huge event back in October for the October Book Festival, which was Anne Widdecombe, the politician. It was quite a cheap event as well, considering like you listen to Anne Widdecombe talk in any other place, it would probably cost you £10–15, but say £4 to come and listen to somebody like Anne Widdecombe talk's not a bad thing. Yeah, it sold 100 tickets, so it was really popular. People coming from all across the borough to come and see her. We also had top author Simon Brett come down. He did a talk. We've just signed up Edwina Curry for the next book festival. We've also got a wine evening coming up, and we've got an ale tasting evening. The drink, not the bird. And we've also got some debut authors coming down in the next couple of months. I think we've got Jack the Ripper talk. There's loads going on. Authors coming out of our ears, and events are brilliant there, so yeah, it's really good.
One of our key targets this year was to look at interactive services across our libraries and to reach out to members of the public who don't normally use libraries. One of the ways we've done this is to set up our own Havering Reading Group page on Facebook, which we now have over 200 members, and people write reviews and interesting things about libraries on there, so worth a look. We also have a Twitter page, which means we put all of our events on there very frequently so that people can check out immediately what's on in their local library. We also have something called the Anywhere Me page at the front of all of our PCs in the library, and if you go onto the Anywhere Me page you can see the video clips of events and what goes on and what's interesting and interesting interviews, or you can see our slideshows telling you what's new in Havering Libraries.
Okay, Havering Libraries have now got ebooks to download, and it's really simple. Here's my e-reader, and it does actually have one on there. And what you do is you plug your e-reader into your own computer at home, you go to the Havering Libraries website, you follow the link through to the e-books, and then you find the one that you want to read. Using your library card and your pass number, you then select the book, put it into your basket, and then when you finish choosing, go through to download it. If you've not done this before, there's one little bit of software that you need to download onto your computer first, but it's really, really easy, even I managed to do it. And then once you've got that on, you just download what's in your basket down straight onto your e-reader, and it really is 10 minutes tops. If you don't want to actually sit and read something, perhaps you're going to be laying in bed of an evening or something like that, then you can always download an audiobook, and we've got them suitable for the iPods.
Spoke to the borough concerning employment, one of the discussions we had was the libraries, because we felt this was a really good place that youngsters could be included in the community, the libraries obviously being a community base, and that has worked very well. The borough have been really instrumental in placing at least 6, in fact I think it might be 8 now, clients into work. Takes commitment from the staff of the libraries and the borough to enter into a project like this or a programme like this, as supported employment is a fairly new concept in this borough, and so to take that on board as a new concept was a gamble to start with, but I think it's proven to be of benefit to both sides. For us, because it's given us paid employment, and for the libraries because something new has really worked for them.